Before we start, we'd like to give a huge thank you for all of the support that you've given us. Psych2Go's mission is to make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone. So let's begin. What makes you happy? The pursuit of happiness is a lifelong endeavor, and everyone struggles to feel happy at certain points in their lives. You may yearn for success, admiration, love, or friendships because it may lead to emotional fulfillment. But oftentimes you may need to overcome feelings of insecurity, loneliness, or regret before you can allow yourself to be happy. So here are 8 likely reasons why you may be unhappy all the time. Number 1, you worry about everything. Do you worry about what other people think of you or what might go wrong today? Worrying too much can cause you a great deal of emotional distress, especially if it's completely out of your control. It may only breed feelings of anxiety, dread, panic, and tension. By constantly putting yourself in these imaginary negative situations, you may be draining your own energy and causing yourself so much misery. 2, you hold on to grudges. Do you struggle to forgive and forget, even with the people you love? While it's normal to be frustrated and upset sometimes, it's never good to dwell too much on your anger. Letting your resentment linger and grow in your heart may only make you more bitter, vindictive, and unhappy as time goes on. Instead of letting go and moving on, you may be fixated on a negative past experience and therefore refuse to heal from it. 3, you compare yourself to others. Does going on social media make you feel bad about yourself? Do you feel down when you're reminded of someone else's attractiveness, popularity, or success? Your insecurities and feelings of inferiority may come from comparing yourself to the people around you. Studies have shown that constant social comparisons can lead to symptoms of depression, anxiety, and chronic loneliness. So constantly competing and comparing yourself to others may only end up hurting your pride and sense of self-worth. Number 4, you've forgotten how to be grateful. When was the last time you felt thankful for what you have? Whether it's getting a good night's sleep, eating good food, or spending time with your loved ones, there are many simple pleasures that you may be taking for granted. Practicing gratitude and learning to appreciate the things you have can be life-changing. The kind of negative attitude of being ungrateful or complaining about the things you don't have will likely fuel your unhappiness even more. 5, you have a pessimistic way of thinking. Do you have a bad habit of looking at the downside of everything? Do you often criticize yourself and downplay your own achievements? Another way you may be creating your own unhappiness is with your thoughts and beliefs. After all, it's hard to be happy when you're always bringing yourself down with your pessimism. By choosing to focus more on what makes you unhappy, you may be amplifying your own negative emotions. 6, you're surrounded by negative people. Did you know that negativity is contagious? Being surrounded by negative people may influence you to become as sullen and joyless as them. It may become difficult to overcome your own self-defeating behaviors until you learn to let go of the people weighing you down with their negativity. Whatever kind of bad attitudes they have, the more time you spend with them, the more you may be falling into the very same psychological traps and problematic behaviors. Number 7, you've given up control of your life. Is there something or someone in your life you've been blaming your unhappiness on? Is it your parents who are getting divorced, or is it an abusive friend or romantic partner? When you blame others for your problems, you may be denying your own agency and giving up control of your life. You may feel helpless to change your ways or turn your life around for the better because you're relying too much on others for happiness. And number 8, you gravitate to people who are bad for you. Do you often fall in love with people who are bad for you, or find yourself surrounded by friends who are rude or inconsiderate? While many people believe that you are powerless over who you choose to love, the people you gravitate towards can tell you a lot about yourself. This is especially common for those who struggle with self-loathing or who are afraid of intimacy. You may be accepting the love you think you deserve, but the truth is, you deserve much better. Do you relate to any of the reasons here? Have you been struggling with negative feelings lately? If you suspect that there may be more serious underlying issues to these feelings, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health care professional. If you know someone who may benefit from online counseling, we actually partnered up with BetterHelp, an affordable online counseling platform that you could utilize. The link will be in the
What's the most important thing in life? Contrary to popular opinion, it's not money, fame, nor even power. It's happiness. This is all you really need to enjoy a high quality of life, plain and simple. There are plenty of people around the world who live in third world countries with nothing more than the shirts on their back. And yet, often these are the happiest people on earth. This illustrates how you don't need much to be happy. So, what's their secret? How can you boost your happiness to sky-high levels? Funnily enough, there are plenty of tips and tricks which have been proven to work wonders. 1. Spend money on others. When many of us are sad, we often go out and buy something in an effort to cheer ourselves up. This could be as simple as a chocolate bar or as extravagant as a new sports car. But stunning new research has shown that if you really want to use money to increase your happiness, you need to spend it on other people. A study from 2008 gave people envelopes full of money. Half were instructed to spend it on themselves, while the other half were instructed to donate the money to charity or buy a gift for a friend. Individuals who spent money on others reported much higher levels of happiness. 2. Listen to sad songs. When we're feeling blue, many of us put in our headphones, zone out, and play our favorite music. But before you choose the happiest songs on your playlist, you might want to listen to this. A 2014 study found that those listening to sad music actually received beneficial emotional effects. These effects included regulation of negative emotion and mood. In simpler terms, sad music helps you handle your bad moods. So if you really want to cheer yourself up, put on the saddest song you can find in your playlist. 3. Drink coffee. We're guessing no one was expecting this one. There's been a lot of talk about how coffee might be good or bad for you, but not many people are discussing its effect on mood. There have actually been a few studies which have looked into this, and the results are pretty stunning. One of the most interesting studies was published in 2016, and it found that 1 cup of coffee per day equated to an 8% decrease in the risk for depression, up to a limit of 500 milligrams of caffeine per day. Why is coffee so good at fighting off depression? Researchers aren't 100% sure, but they think it might have to do something with antioxidants and anti-inflammatories present in coffee, as well as its link to dopamine production. 4. Meditation. Of all the things we're listing here, meditation probably has the most conclusive science to back it up. Meditation has been practiced for thousands of years, long before the science of psychology even existed. People have been aware of its benefits for a very long time, and its ability to reduce stress is well known. And yes, numerous scientific studies have been able to back this up, proving that there is a link between meditation and reduced stress and anxiety. Examples include studies of people in high-stress situations, such as nursing students or people who were dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Meditation worked wonders in almost all situations. 5. Go for a walk. Sometimes the simplest methods are often the most effective. It seems like this is definitely the case when dealing with sadness, as research has shown that merely going for a walk can be a major game changer. Some studies studied the positive effects of simply getting outside and experiencing nature, a walk in the forest, for example. Others found that walking in any situation increased happiness simply because it involved exercise. But wherever you choose to stroll, going for a walk seems to be a really good idea to cheer yourself up. 6. Get your feelings off of your chest. Keeping your emotions bottled up inside of you is never a good idea, and it definitely helps to get things off of your chest. Have you ever felt that massive feeling of relief when you confess your fears and worries? It really does work wonders, and science seems to confirm this. One recent study looked at how recording a negative emotional experience can actually help calm our nerves and helps us deal with our worries. Those who were writing about their emotional experiences were much more calm and relaxed than those who were writing about other subjects. As you can see, the cold and calculating laboratories of science can actually teach us a lot about how to warm up our hearts and cheer ourselves up. Who knows, maybe you'll find yourself using one of these methods one day. Please subscribe to join our community of Psych2Goers. Thanks so much for watching!